Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the San Diego Padres in game number 3. Leading off for Arizona, playing right field is Upton. Batting second, playing second is Escobar. Batting third, playing first is Goldsmith. Batting fourth, playing left field is Gonzalez. Batting fifth, playing center field is Finley. Batting sixth, playing shortstop is Drew. Batting seventh, doing the catching is Montero. Batting eighth, playing third base is Lamb. And on the mound, batting ninth is Kennedy. And for the San Diego Padres, leading off playing left field is Roberts. Batting second and playing shortstop is Templeton. Batting third, playing right field is Gwynn. Batting fourth, playing first base is Gonzalez. Batting fifth, playing third base is Henley. Batting sixth, playing center field is Gaston. Batting seventh, on the catching is Kennedy. And batting eighth, playing second base is Flannery. And on the mound, batting ninth is Peavy. Let's get down here to the game and get this game started, folks. As Aaron Reed joins us here today, check out his great channel. And Justin Upton started off batting $160 with 5 homers and 6 RBIs. Jake Peavy is going to have to pitch some innings here after a 16-inning game. Both bullpens are in bad shape. This is his third appearance. He's 1-1 with a 3.21 ERA. Here's the pitch to Upton. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. So Upton gets hit. He's aboard here. Hit the leadoff man. I don't think that was done on purpose. Now Escobar's up, batting .083 with a homer and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a base on balls and Peavy. Here we go. Like I just said, he needs to pitch some innings here, and he's hit a guy and walked a guy. Not what the Padres needed out of him. They say that bullpen is shot. They can't afford him not to go very long. Goldsmith's batting .256. He's got 3 homers and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Upton's going to stay put. And there's one down. That brings up Gonzalez now. And Gonzalez is batting .211 with 3 homers and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. Pips out there, makes the catch. And there's 2 down now. Ken Castro joins us here. And Steve Finley comes to the bat, batting .220 with a homer and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. A 16. That's going to be a pop-up down the short. Templeton catches it, so the first 2 batters get aboard, a hit batter and a walk, and Peavy's able to pitch around it. The Diamondbacks strand, too. We go to the bottom of the first. Arizona, nothing. And Padres coming to the bat with Roberts, Templeton, and Gwynn. Roberts is batting .238. He's got a homer and 2 RBIs. Like I said about the Padres, same thing here with the Diamondbacks with that 16-inning game. They need Kennedy to get some innings here. This is his third start. He's 1-1 with a 4.91 ERA. And here's the pitch to Bip. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Kennedy strikes him out. And there's 1 down here in the bottom of the first. And Gary Templeton comes to the plate. Templeton off to a great start, batting .349 with no homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And now 1 on and 1 out for Tony Gwynn. And Tony Gwynn, he's batting .277, no homers and 8 RBIs. And that's a tailor-made double play. Hit down to Drew. Over to second. Over to Goldsmith. That's a 6-4-3 double play, and that ends the inning, folks. We go to the top of the second and no score. And speaking of Drew, he's going to lead it off. Montero and Lamb to follow. Drew's batting .174. No homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Gwynn makes the catch, and there's one down. And Miguel comes to the plate. And Miguel's batting .269. No homers and an RBI. And we drop the dice. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Miguel strikes out for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the second. And Mr. Lamb's up. And Jake's batting .182. He does have a homer and 9 RBIs, though. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts. And a 1-2-3 top of the second. To the bottom of the second we go. And you got Gonzalez, Henley, and Gaston due up. Gonzalez batting .267. He's got a homer and 6 RBIs. And that's a swing and a miss. Kennedy's second strikeout of the game. You see Arizona's upcoming schedule. One more game here in San Diego. Then they head out to St. Louis to take on the Cardinals. And then they make it home to take on the Marlins. And Chase is up. Chase is batting .171. He does have 4 homers and 7 RBIs, though. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right. Fly ball out the right field. That'll be out number 2. And Cito comes to the plate. And Cito's batting .282 with no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Kennedy mows him down in the second. To the top of the third we go. And speaking of Kennedy, he's going to lead it off here. And then we'll be back to the top of the order in Upton and Escobar. And Kennedy's looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 3. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And PEAVY and settled down now. That's his 3rd strikeout after that rough first inning with nobody scoring. Now you got Upton up. He was hit by a pitch to start this game. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Cito in center. 2 quick outs here in the 3rd. And Escobar comes to the plate. And he walked his first time up. And that's going to be a slow roller down to Templeton. He comes charging in, makes the play. And that'll end the side in order. The Diamondbacks go down 1, 2, 3. And to the bottom of the 3rd we go. With the bottom of the order coming up. And it's the battle of the Kennedys. Ian against Terry. And Terry's batting .211 with a homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Lamb. Fires over to first, and Ian wins that battle. Now there's 1 out, and Tim Flannery comes to the plate. And Flannery, he's batting .206 with no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Kennedy, now Flannery's down at first, and PEAVY will try to bunt him down the second. And Jake's 0 for 5 on the year. He's not a bad hitting pitcher. Going to get the bunt down here. That's going to be a nice bunt. It's going to be bunted down the third base. Lamb's up with it. He fires over to first with Escobar covering. And now there's 1 down, but a runner's in scoring position. 2 down and a runner's in scoring position. And Bip Roberts is up. Can Bip get a base hit here and get the Padres on the board? Roberts 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Goldsmith's got it, tosses it over to Kennedy covering. And the Padres strand 1. To the top of the 4th we go. Still no score. Big boys coming up here for the Diamondbacks. They got Goldsmith, Gonzalez, and Finley. Paul 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Gonzalez. He takes it himself, and there's 1 down. And the other Gonzalez Luis is up. He's 0 for 1, flew out the left. And that's going to be a double in the right field. So the Diamondbacks got a runner in scoring position and 1 out for Steve Finley here. And Finley's 0 for 1. He popped up his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. PEAVY now's got himself in a pickle. First and second, only 1 out. And Mr. Drew's up, and he flew out the right his first time up. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be another base on balls. PEAVY's walking himself into a mess here. Now there's no way to put Miguel. Any good part is a ground ball. You probably get a double play out of it. Miguel is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And that's what the doctor ordered. So that's going to be the old 1, 2, 3 double play, and they get out of the inning, folks. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Bases was loaded, 1 out, and they don't get a run in. PEAVY's pitching around the mistakes here. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It is Templeton, Gwynn, and Gonzalez. Templeton singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. That's going to be against a righty of 15. And that's going to be another base hit for Templeton. He's aboard for the second time here. So Templeton's aboard with an infield hit. And Tony Gwynn's up. And Tony's 0 for 1. He grounded into a 6-4-3 double play his last time up. And that's going to be popped up down the short. Drew makes the play for out number 1. And now is Templeton going to try to steal here, folks? That's the question. It'll be a 28. 28 to steal. So he's going to take off a 54 lower. And he's in there with a stolen base. So Templeton gets down to second. See how many stolen bases that is for Gary. And that is his 3rd stolen base of the year. Now you got Gonzalez up with a runner down at second and 1 out. Gonzalez struck out his first time up. And that's going to be another swing. Kennedy's got his number. He strikes him out for the second time, 2 down. And it's up to Chase here to try to drive in this run. Chase is 0 for 1. He flew out the right. And that's going to be against a righty, a 15 and a 10. And that is going to be a fly ball. Justin Upton with a nice running catch in the gap. Takes at least a single, maybe a double away from Chase. Saves a run, and we go to the top of the 5th. Tip of the cap to Upton. Keeps this a 0-0 game. You got Lamb, Kennedy, and Upton due up. And Jake's 0 for 1, struck out. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts for him. PEAVY's got his number. That's PEAVY's 4th strikeout of the game. And now Ian Kennedy's up. And Kennedy struck out his first time up. 0 for 1. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Bip camps under it, makes the catch. And there's quickly 2 down here. Now it's up to Upton. He just saved a run. Can he drive in a run here? And nope, he gets under this one a little bit. That is a fly ball out the right field. Tony Gwynn waits for it to come down, and it's a 1, 2, 3, top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Cito Gaston's due up, followed by Terry Kennedy and Tim Flannery. Cito's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts. And Kennedy's now up to 5 strikeouts in the game. And here comes his namesake, Terry Kennedy. And Ian won the first battle. Terry's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be against the righty, a 17. And that's going to be an infield hit. Terry wins this battle. Gets a board here with one down. That brings up Tim Flannery now. Runner down at first and one out. Flannery walked his first time up. And he's going to walk again. So now you got first and second and one out. And Jake Peavy's up. And here's the question. Peavy's not a bad hitting pitcher. Do we put the bunt sign down and let Bip try to drive him in, or do we let Peavy swing away here? We're going to give him the bunt sign. We'll give him the bunt sign. But Peavy's a good hitter. Had to think about it here. And that's going to be a nice bunt. That is bunted back to the mound. Kennedy's up with it, and he'll fire over to first with Escobar covering. And that'll be out number two. Now you got second and third and two outs. Can Bip Roberts put the Padres on the board here? Bip is 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded out. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Upton. And that'll end the inning. The Padres strand two. We're still knotted up at nothing going into the sixth. We got us a pitching duel here, folks. I said they needed some good pitching, and both teams are getting it. Saving that bullpen today. You got Escobar, Goldsmith, and Gonzalez, 2, 3, 4 hitters due up. And Escobar is 0 for 1. He's walked back in the first, and he gets a hold of this one, folks. And I just bragged about the pitching duel. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Escobar has just hit a homer, folks, and made this a 1-0 ball game. It's only the second hit given up by PEAVY. He's trailing by 1. Now you got Goldsmith. He's 0 for 2, flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He bounces back after the homer, strikes Paul out. And Luis Gonzalez comes to the plate. And Luis is 1 for 2. He hit a double his last time up, though. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Cito's got room out there and makes the catch, and there's 2 down. And Steve Finley comes to the plate. And Steve's 0 for 1. He's popped up and walked. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left. Bip waits for it, makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. But the leadoff homer by Escobar makes it 1-0 Diamondbacks as we go to the bottom of the sixth. You got Templeton, Gwynn, and Gonzalez, 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here for the Padres. And Gary's having a nice game. He's got 2 out of the 3 hits. He's 2 for 2 with a stolen base. And that's going to be a rare play, a 39 and a 36. That is going to be a ball 1. So can Gary take advantage of this 1-0 pitch? And he does, folks. He drives this ball out into the outfield. Where is it going to land? And that's going to be a double in the right field. Templeton 3 for 3 now with a leadoff double here in the sixth. Tying run down at second. Go ahead run at the plate, and Gwynn. A single probably scores Templeton with his great speed. Tony's 0 for 2 though today. And not anymore, folks. They're getting to Kennedy here in the sixth. He squares it up. Like to say a single probably scores him, but that ball is high. That ball is far. Gwynn turns on this one. All Upton can do is turn around and watch that one go. He kisses it goodbye, and it's a 2-1 ball game. I just bragged up about being a pitcher. Sure did put the kibosh on that. Now there's nobody on, nobody out, and Gonzalez is up. And Gonzalez is 0 for 2. He has struck out both times against Kennedy. And that's going to be against the righty, a 12. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nice play down there by Lamb. Just took a base hit away from Gonzalez. Kennedy needed that good play. Now there's 1 down. And Chase comes up. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out to Upton twice. And that's going to be a fly ball, but this time out to Gonzalez. And now there's 2 down after the homer. And Cito's up. And Cito's 0 for 2. He has struck out twice against Kennedy. So 4 out of the 5 strikeouts has been Gaston and Chase. Gonzalez, and that he doesn't strike out this time. Old Cito squares this one up, folks. Again, I'm busting on him striking out, and he hits a double down the first baseline. So now you got a 2-out double and an insurance run down at second, and Kennedy's up. And Terry, he is 1 for 2. He singled his last time against Ian. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Escobar's up with it. He fires over to first, and that'll end the inning. But the 2-run homer makes this a 2-1 game as we go to the top of the 7th. You got Drew, Montero, and Lamb due up here in the top of the 7th. And Drew, he is 0 for 1. He did walk his last time up. And that's going to be a rare play, a 43 and a 39. That's going to be a ball. So Stephen Drew with a 1-0 count now. And that's going to come back to strike him out. Jake does. Falling 1-0 and gets his 6th strikeout. Now Miguel comes up. And Miguel, he's 0 for 2. Struck out and grounded out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Templeton. He fires over to first. And that's going to be 2 quick outs here. And now Jake Lamb's up. And Lamb's 0 for 2. He has struck out twice against Peavy. And make it a 3rd time. He gets the hat trick. Peavy's up to 7 strikeouts. But he's trailing. Now he's leading this game 2-1. As we go to the 7th inning stretch, it's 2-1. San Diego. Got the bottom part of the order due up. Flannery, possibly a pitch hitter for Peavy, and then back to Roberts. He's got him through 7. So they might pitch hit for him here. Here's the pitch to Flannery. He has walked both times up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Steve makes the catch. And there's 1 down. And that is going to be it for Peavy. Oh, he's got giving up 2 hits and only 1 run. They're going to go to the bullpen after this. And Gregerson's going to come in the bullpen, but he's going to come out and pitch hit is the question. That is the question. And it's going to be Mr. Richards. Gene's going to come off the bench here. Try to get aboard here in the bottom of the 7th. With 1 out and nobody on. And Gene's batting 100 on the year. No homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Gene gets aboard here with 1 out. And does Gene want to try to get in scoring position here for Bip? That'll be a 27. And he's going to take off a 53 or lower. He's safe at second. And they throw him out. Miguel throws him out trying to steal. Now there's 2 down and nobody on for Bip. And Bip's 0 for 3. He is grounded out, flown out, and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to his counterpart. No, he's playing left field down the second for out number 3. So we go to the top of the 8th. It's 2-1, San Diego. And bring in Garrison. I think think he's the only San Diego pitcher that didn't pitch in that 16-inning game. So Luke's going to come out of the bullpen and try to get him through this 8th and 9th inning here. And Kennedy, he gets through 7 innings. He's going to be pitched hit for. Valder is going to be coming in to pitch, but see, he's going to pitch hit for him here against a righty. Most of the lefties are already in the game. Montera is going to come off. The switch hitter is going to come off the bench here. Try to get a base runner on here. Get the tying run at first and the go-ahead run at the plate. And Montera is batting .286. He's got a homer and 2 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And this is Luke's 4th appearance. He's 0-1 with a lofty 15 ERA, but he strikes out the first victim here that he faces for out number 1 in the 8th. And we go to the top of the order in Upton. And Upton's 0-2. He did get hit by a pitch back in the first. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. Against the righty, that's a 17. That's high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. It's a tie ball game, folks. Oh my, another extra inning game. It's can't afford this. Now Escobar comes up, and he's 1-for-2 with a solo homer. His last time up. And that's going to be a rare play, a 41 and a 39. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1 on Escobar. So he falls behind here in the count. 1 pitch is coming to him here. Let's see what Escobar can do. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field for out number 2. Now Paul Goldsmith, who struck out, I think, last time up. Yep, he's 0-for-3. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So Luke gives up the leadoff homer to Upton. Makes this a 2-2 game. We go to the bottom of the 8th. You got Templeton, Gwynn, and Gonzalez due up. Jose's going to come in the game to pitch. He only pitched 1 inning, I think, in that 16-inning game. So he's going to come in here and try to keep this game tied up. He's got the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up, though. This is his 4th appearance, no record and no ERA. Templeton's 3-for-3. He's got a double, came around the score and stole a base. And he gets a hold of this one. Templeton's having one hell of a game, folks, and having one hell of a start to the season. And that ball is hit into the gap in right field, and the go-ahead runs down at second, folks. Templeton's 4-for-4 with 2 doubles in the game. Gwynn comes to the plate, and a single will score him. And Gwynn's 1-for-3. He hit the 2-run homer his last time up. Here's the pitch to Tony. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Let's see if Templeton can get down to third here. That'll be a 52 and a 3. That'll barely be fielding column 1. And re-roll a dice here. That's a 4. That'll be a 30. And he's going to stay put. A single will score him. No use getting thrown out. So now there's 1 out, and Gonzalez is up. And Gonzalez is 0-for-3. I'm doing good, Aaron, buddy. Yeah, doing good. And Gonzalez 0 for 3, struck out twice and grounded out his last time up. And that's going to be a infield. That'll be a 9, 12, 27, 32. That's going to be a rare play, a 64 and a 41. And a 41, 26. That's the infield again. Single to center, runner scores, but is declared out on appeal for missing third base. No score. So that's going to be, so the runner misses third base and is called out. That'll be a single. A single, and how will this work here? A single. So a single, runner's declared out. Single in the center to get him a hit. And how will we do this? Because it should just be a put out at third. But that's not going to work because the single, we'll try it here. Runner on second out, going to third. Let's just try that. And we're going to just have Templeton out at third. And he gets a single. So now you got a runner down at first. 2 outs. And what an opportunity that was. Blown away. Can Chase make up for it? A runner gets called out on appeal trying to score. He misses the base. Chase is 0 for 3 today, folks. He has flown out 3 times, twice to right and once to left. And that's going to be a rare play, probably a 39 and a 16. Runner called off first, and now they pick off Gonzalez. Unbelievable. Terrible base running by the Padres. We go to the top of the 9th. It's still 2-2. It is still 2-2, and you got Gonzalez, Finley, and Drew due up here in the top of the 9th. And Luis is 1 for 3. He's hit a double back in the 4th. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Cito in center. And now you got 1 out. And Steve Finley's 0 for 2. He's walked back in the 4th. And he gets a hold of this. That ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. Steve Finley gives the Diamondbacks their first lead of the game. It's 3-2 in the top of the 9th. And Luke is getting booed. They're not saying Luke. And now it's a 3-2 game. Nobody on. 1 out, and Drew's up. Drew's 0 for 2. Struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Templeton. Over to first. And there's 2 down. And Miguel comes up now. And Miguel's 0 for 3. He is grounded out twice and struck out. And that's going to be a base on balls. So now it's Jake Lamb trying to add some insurance runs here. And Jake, he's 0 for 3. He has struck out all 3 times. And that'll be against the righty. It'll be a 15. And that's going to be an infield hit. And all of a sudden, there are 2 outs, and they're trying to make a nice rally here. And sure, that bullpen is whipped. That bullpen is whipped. Let's see here. Do they want to use the bullpen? That is the question. It is whipped. There ain't a damn soul out there that ain't tired. Let's see here. Ziegler could probably go. They're gonna bring Ziegler in, let him pitch the bottom of the ninth, and they'll use a pitch hitter here. Let's see, how many batters did Ziegler face? He faced 4. Kim faced 9. Bradley faced 5. But Bradley's pitched 3 games in a row. So it's going to be Ziegler that'll come in and pitch the ninth. Now let's see who's going to pitch hit here. Try to bust this game open against the righty. And Jackson's going to come off the bench. Connor Jackson's coming off the bench to try to add to this 3-2 lead here. This is Jackson's first plate appearance of the year, folks. And in 2006, he batted .291 with 15 homers and 79 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That'll end the inning. But the homer makes this game a 3-2 lead. So we go to the bottom of the ninth. And Ziegler will come in here to pitch. Try to get a save here. Let's see where's Ziegler at. So Brad's going to come in to try to make it through this ninth inning. He's got Henley, Cito, and Terry Kennedy due up. And Chase is 0 for 3. He has flown out, and he was up when Gonzalez got picked off at first. Here's the pitch to Chase. And that's going to be another fly ball. This one out to center field. He's let every outfielder have a shot at it, and they've all come through. That's 1 down. See, Arizona's 5-6. They've scored 52 runs on 21 homers and 1 stolen base. San Diego is 5-6. Also, they've scored 43 runs, 9 homers, 5 stolen bases have been caught once. Cito Gaston's up. He doubled his last time up, folks. And that's going to be a rare play, a 56 and a 40. And that's going to be ball 1. So they fall behind on Cito. Can he take advantage of this 1-0 pitch? And nope, that's a ground ball down to Escobar. And the Padres are down to their last out. It's Terry Kennedy. Can Kennedy deliver? Kennedy's 1 for 3 in the game. And that's going to be a ground ball down the lamb. Takes his time with the catcher running, fires over to first, and that's your ball game, folks. Nice pitching ball. Diamondbacks come back to win this game. Take a look here at the box score. Yeah, I've had some triple plays. Yep, that I have. I've had some triple plays. So let's look at the box score here. So the Diamondbacks, 3 runs on just 5 hits and no errors. The Padres, 2 runs, out hit them. 8 hits, but couldn't outscore them, and no errors. The Diamondbacks Upton. What just happened there? That ain't good. That's not good. What just happened here? Everything just went blank. Let's see here. Something happened to the game here. Alrighty, we'll have to reset the game. At least the game was done. Hell, where's my icons at? The whole damn screen just went blank. This ain't good. This ain't good at all. Damn. Alrighty, well, at least we got this back up. Get back to the darn box score here. Alrighty, now we can go back to the box score and check it out. The Diamondbacks were 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. All 3 runs were solo homers, Upton, Escobar, and Finley. They left 6 men on base. Gary Templeton, 4 for 4. Now he's hitting over 400 on the year, folks. Gary tried to win this game single-handedly. The Padres were 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position, left 5 men on base. Kennedy gets a no decision, goes 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, walked 3, struck out 5, and gave up a homer. Valdeverde gets his first win of the year, 1 inning, 2 hits, and Ziegler comes in, gets a save, 1 inning. Jake Peavy gets a no decision, 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, walked 3, struck out 7, gave up a homer. And Luke comes in, gets a blown save, goes to 0-2, 2 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, struck out 3, and gave up 2 homers. Now let's take a look here at the standings and leaderboard in the National League. And the Braves are a game and a half up on New York. The Phillies are 2.5 games back with the Nats, and Florida's 3.5 games back. And in the Central, the Brewers are a game up on the Pirates. The Cardinals and Cubs are a game and a half back. The Reds 2 games back, and Houston's 3.5. And out west, the Giants are now 2.5 games up on the Dodgers and Diamondbacks. San Diego drops to 3.5 games back, and Colorado is 4.5 games back. And Sammy Sosa's leading the National League in average homers and RBIs, 425 average, 10 homers, and 19 RBIs. As Beetle joins us here, check out his great channel. And the ERA leader right now in the National League is Kyle Hendricks with a .6. And Mike still got the 3 wins. Kent DeCalvey with 4 saves. Sammy, of course, is leading in MVP voting. And Mike with his 3 wins leading in the Cy Young. We'll have the 4th game of this series. Check out the pitching matchup here in game number 4. And it's going to be Mr. Robbie Ray going up against Dave Dravecki. See what happens in that game. The bullpens shouldn't be in quite as bad a shape now that both of those pitchers went 7 innings. And I want to thank Beatles for stopping by, Aaron Reed and Ken Castro. If you're new to the channel, folks, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for reminders. Smash that like button. None of it costs you a dime. Till next time, you all have a great day and take care.